The Earth Princess. Deep beneath the rolling hills lived Princess Elowen. Her palace was built from ancient roots and sparkling gems that lit up the dark. Elowen was the Earth Princess, and it was her job to make sure the world above stayed green and healthy. But this morning, she looked at her underground garden and sighed. The plants were drooping and gray. "The earth has forgotten its song," she whispered, touching a cold, wilted petal. Elowen sought advice from the great oak root, the oldest spirit in the palace. The root had a face made of bark and eyes that shone like moss. "To wake the world, you must find the 3 lost notes of the song of the soil," the root rumbled. Elowen nodded bravely. She packed a small bag with sunflower seeds and a golden lantern, preparing for the long climb to the surface. Near the tunnel that led to the surface, Elowen met a strange friend. It was Flint, a small cat made entirely of smooth, speckled river stones. He purred with a sound like pebbles clicking together. "The world above is big, but I know the secret paths," Flint meowed, his yellow eyes glowing. Elowen smiled and invited him along. Together, they stepped out into the bright, sun-drenched world. Their first stop was the Whispering Woods. Usually, these trees sang with the wind, but today they were silent and dry. Elowen and Flint walked through the crunchy, brown leaves. "The first note is hidden where the tallest branches touch the sky," Flint said, pointing his stony paw upward. Elowen began to climb a silver birch tree that reached toward the clouds. High in the branches, Elowen found Hoot, a giant owl with feathers that shimmered like moonlight. In his beak, he held a golden whistle. "You must show me you care for the small things before I give you the note," Hoot hooted. Elowen saw a tiny sapling that had been knocked over. She carefully straightened it and tucked soft soil around its base. Pleased, Hoot dropped the golden whistle, the first note, into her hands. Next, they journeyed to the crystal caves to find the second note. The air inside was cold, and the walls sparkled with every color of the rainbow. However, the crystals were dim and dusty. Elowen and Flint walked carefully over the jagged floor, listening for a hum. "It sounds like a heartbeat," Elowen said, following the vibration deeper into the mountain. Elowen found a massive amethyst pulsing with a faint purple light. She reached out and pressed her palms against the cool stone. She closed her eyes and began to hum a soft tune, sharing her warmth with the mountain. As she hummed, the crystal cracked open just a tiny bit, revealing a glowing blue orb. This was the second note, and it floated gently into Elowen's palm. The final note was hidden at the blue lagoon. The water was as still as a mirror, and the air was heavy. Elowen and Flint found a giant green lily pad near the shore. "The last note is held by the ripples," Flint whispered. They hopped onto the lily pad and used a fallen branch to paddle toward the very center of the quiet lagoon. Elowen took a deep breath and began to sing the 2 notes she had already found. As her voice rang out across the water, the lagoon began to bubble and dance. From the center of a swirling ripple, a silver bubble rose into the air. Inside the bubble was a shimmering silver key. She caught it, and suddenly, the song of the soil was complete in her heart. Elowen stood on a high hill and sang the full, magical melody. As the music drifted over the land, a miracle happened. The gray grass turned emerald green, and flowers exploded into bright pinks, yellows, and blues everywhere. Flint nuzzled Elowen's hand as the trees began to whisper and whistle along. The Earth Princess had brought the spring back to life, and the world was singing once again.